Duolingo enough for you to learn French for TEF or TCF Canada exam? This is one of the most common questions that I hear from students who are looking to learn French or the ones who have already started learning French through Duolingo. And I am going to break down to you to help you understand if it is enough or not in this very video. Salut, I am Akshara and I've cleared the TEF Canada exam from scratch in 13 months, and I have created this channel to talk all things about the French language, TEF TCF Canada exam, and the Canadian immigration through French proficiency. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now so you don't miss out any of my future videos. Now, I know that Duolingo has a massive fan base, and for a good reason, right? It's fun, gamified, and super accessible. But when it comes to cracking a higher stake exam like TEF or TCF Canada, we need to take a closer look at it. Can you rely on it entirely, or do you need something more? And let's find out about that in this video. Let's dive right into it. First off, let's give Duolingo some credit where it's due. Duolingo is an amazing tool for introducing to French or even any language for that matter. It's free, which is a very big deal for beginners who want to explore a new language without investing, too much upfront. The lessons are bite-sized and super easy to squeeze into your busy schedule on a daily basis. And let's be honest, who doesn't love earning streaks? It's gamified and you see the progress through leveling up, right? It makes your language learning journey feel like a game instead of more like a chore. But here's the key. Duolingo is great for what I call passive learning. It's perfect for picking up vocabulary, basic grammar rules, and also common phrases that you would be using in your daily life. If you're in early stages of your French journey, dabbling, exploring, or learning casually, Duolingo is a fantastic tool. But here's the thing, the TEF and TCF Canada exams aren't casual. These are high-stake exams which are timed and have a very defined structure and also evaluate your ability to communicate effectively in French through reading, writing, listening, and speaking. These exams require structured preparation, and they are just not about knowing words. They test your ability to apply those words in real-life scenarios under pressure. And this is where the cracks in your Duolingo's armor actually start to show. It's not built for your intense learning or exam focused preparation, right? So Duolingo doesn't give you a clear roadmap or a direction for mastering advanced grammar, complex sentence structures, or fluency in conversation, all of which is super critical for your TEF and TCF success. If you ask me, they don't even actually start with alphabets. Alphabets and numbers are super important. When you start off a language on Duolingo, you would feel that you're starting off from anywhere, but you actually need that structure or that roadmap to actually progress from one level to another. Let me give you a quick analogy, right? So using Duolingo to prepare for TEF or TCF exam is like trying to run a marathon after only jogging on treadmill for like a few weeks. Sure, you've been practicing, but it's not the right kind of practice for the challenge that you're actually going to be facing. And here's why. First thing, there is no contextual speaking practice. Duolingo doesn't really simulate the real life conversations or push you to speak in extended sentences. TEF or TCF, on the other hand, demands the level of fluency in speaking section that you cannot even imagine. Basically, super high level of fluency. Next, limited writing exposure. Writing TEF or TCF isn't just about fill in the blanks, which you would mostly be doing on Duolingo. It's about constructing essays and formal letters and a lot more. You'll need to be able to have that guidance to improve coherence, grammar, and vocabulary for these tasks, which Duolingo doesn't simply provide. And the next thing is insufficient listening comprehension. Duolingo's audio exercises are too basic. For TEF and TCF, you'll have to face a lot of real life conversations, fast paced audio clips, sometimes even these regional accents as well, and you need those strategies to comprehend and respond very immediately. And which also takes me to the most important thing. There's a high level of lack of intensity. Duolingo's gamified approach is for casual learners. Let me underline that it is for casual learners. But for exam prep, you need a structured and intensive route. This means that you need to have regular practice, mock tests, and also these targeted lessons to fill in your weak spots as well. So, what should you actually do instead of or alongside Duolingo? Here's a breakdown of what I think is really effective after having been through the whole journey and also spoken to a lot of people who have been through the journey. First, structured guidance. Invest in courses or coaching programs that are specifically tailored for TEF and TCF exams. These provide a roadmap covering from grammar to all of the four aspects or your four different skills, and to also the exam strategies. Next, have active practice. For writing and speaking, you need to have that feedback from somebody so that you are able to progress from all the mistakes that you're doing, and to also go grow in your language learning. Next is do a lot of mock tests. Simulating the exam environment is super important. Mock tests can help you get used to the pressure, time constraint, the question format, the structure, and all of that. But mock tests and all of that come a lot later on. The most important thing for you is to pick up the language in the first place. The core fundamentals of the language have to be in place. And the next thing which you have to do is resource diversification. Use multiple resources, have a structured plan on how to go about based on what your timeline goals are, and try to inculcate different resources, and try to see and try to experiment what works for you best and what is really effective for you to learn the language, and try to inculcate that into your learning practice. Now, if you feel that a lot is going on with the language and you're overwhelmed and you would like to seek some structured guidance, what you can do is you can reach out to me by booking a call. I will leave the link in the description below. I will be able to customize a study plan for you based on what you are looking for. And of course, the most important thing of all of this is doing a lot of intensive practice. Watch French shows, listen to podcasts, watch movies, try to do grammar, use different resources. All of that is important. So for TEF and TCF exam, it's all about getting comfortable with the real world language use, because you are going to be talking or simulating a real life situation in your exam as well. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that Duolingo is bad. It's just one piece of the puzzle. Think of it more like your warm up tool. Use it to build a foundation, boost your confidence, and also maintain consistency in your practice. If there are days where you can absolutely not devote time for French, then just open up your Duolingo app and do some exercises, and that way you feel like you are in touch with the language. But if your goal is to pass the TEF and TCF Canada exam in a limited time frame, you need to be taking things up a notch. Supplement Duolingo with active learning strategies, intensive practice, and resources that are specifically designed for the exams. And before all of that, also pick up the language in the most effective way. So, is Duolingo enough to learn French for TEF and TCF exam? Not on its own, but it's a great starting point. Treat it like your trusty sidekick, but not your entire strategy. If you do pair it with the right tools, guidance, and a lot of hard work and practice and consistency, you will definitely be on your way to acing these exams. And I hope that answers your question of, is Duolingo enough for you to learn French for the TEF and TCF exam? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TEF Talks with Akshu. Let me know in the comments if you have used Duolingo and how it has worked for you. And if you would like some guidance, feel free to reach out to me. I will leave the link in the description below. That's pretty much it for this video. I will see you in the next one. A bientôt.